Hello, everybody. How are you? I tried to cut out some of the background light. Told all y'all got to do is talk to me and let me know. And I may forget again over time. When it was told to me day before yesterday, I remember that it had been told to me before. And I was like, that's right. The problem is I have trouble seeing in this light right here. But we're going to work on that and we're going to be okay. We are definitely going to be okay. I finally got StreamYard to where I can see the comments. I have to strain to see them here because they itty bitty teeny weeny. And there are no yellow polka dot bikinis. But I can also look over at the TV and see them. So, all aboard. Welcome to Create and Relate. I am your Mama Cougar, aka Kittee Lane, that baby boomer from the peninsula in Virginia. And you are in the den here in the house of Create and Relate. I love the fact that you all are here with me this morning. We know that this is Trivia Thursday. And yes, I do have the trivia questions. Good morning, gorgeous. How are you? Ah, let me tell y'all. Before I get into everything else, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how my routine goes and why I generally get up so early. First of all, I get up early because it takes me about 10 minutes to realize that I'm actually awake. I nod off so much throughout the day, and I dream so much in my daydreaming and nodding off that sometimes I have problems distinguishing dreams from reality. Not going crazy, just at a phase in my life. So I have to lay there and do things like touch the bed and touch the wall and sit up and reach in the air. And those stretches that I do with you all on Friday mornings, I do those every morning. I do, but I also include my legs because I'm trying to get my mobility back. Got some good news to tell you about that too. Um, but at any rate, once I do that, then I have to have a talk with my legs and I have to let them know, hey, we have to stand up. Weight has to go on you guys. And you have to transport me from here to there, which is generally first stop bathroom. And we, have to, first thing in the morning, the bladder is saying, hey, hello, I'm drowning. So we have to save the bladder. But the first thing I do is go in and turn on the shower and pull the shower seat down because I can't stand very long. Go take care of the bladder, go to the shower. Now, this is where it gets tricky. This is where I tell y'all I do all the little girly things. Once upon a time, not so long ago, 5 to 7 minutes in the shower. I'm not one that's going to waste your water. I know what all my body parts are, and I can reach them. So I never understood the 20-minute, 30-minute, or I never do. Do others do that in the household? Yes, they do. Do I knock it? No, I don't. If that's what it takes for them, that's what it takes for them. Give me 3 5 to 7 minute showers a day. I'm good. Well, I can't stand up like I used to. So now my showers have turned into 30 plus minutes. Am I happy about that? No. So this morning, the fact that I got up after 10 o'clock, I was rushing. I was truly rushing, but I did it. I got the shower done. I got the ponytail redone. Um, I had breakfast. Meals on Wheels came about 10 minutes before we started. It was good too, y'all. We had baked fish, lima beans and corn, and jasmine rice, and it was really, really, really good. Really good. Um, so that's when I say I do all my little girly stuff. That's what I do, and we got to come in and moisturize and deodorize and smell good eyes and all of the above. Okay, so let's go on to B, which is breakfast. I just told you we had the baked fish, the lima beans and corn, and the jasmine rice, and it was very tasty. I have to go back to A and let you know. I remember telling you day before yesterday we were at 1496 as far as viewing hours. They have gone up to 1508. I told you I felt like it was going to be there. What happens is they check the 365 days. So if 365 days ago or 364 days ago, there was a dip, it's going to reflect within that period. It's not cumulative. It's what has happened in this 365-day period. So that's why it goes up and down and fluctuates. My goal is to try to get that number to 3,000 within that period and keep it there, which means that I'm trying to reach a goal of at least, I figure, if every person would give me an hour a day, I could stay there. I could stay there. Okay, so yeah, my breakfast plans. Originally, I had planned to eat my Pop Tart, but Meals on Wheels came, so I get to save my Pop Tart for when the kids come home. When they have their snack, I'll have my snack. See, my coffee. You saw me sip. You saw me sip 16 ounces of Folger Black Silk. I also went back up in my creamer, y'all. I got 18 ounces of creamer. And it tastes like one more mouthful of liquid caramel. It does. So I have 18 ounces of caramel macchiato from International Delight. I also have my 2 cold bottles of water and my 1 room temperature bottle of water. All I've had today was about a half a bottle of water. So there you have it. And for our first emoji or word, if you will, send me an egg. Boiled egg, fried egg, the word egg, it doesn't matter. Just in the comments, send me an emoji egg or the word egg. I would surely appreciate it. Okay. F decided to add for you all our forecast. Yes. Thank you, sis. So, as of right now, we are looking at a sunny 79 degrees, and the high is promising to be 81. That's not sweltering heat, but it is humid. It is what it is, and I can't change what it is. Okay, for G, our groups. Only 6 of them today. If you want to know about the Stitcher donation blankets, please go check out Camille of Camille's Creations. If you want to know about the magical make-along, please go check out Lexi from Lex Stitchcraft. If you want a cute story for the day and you want to learn about carpet moths, and I'm so happy that things are working out for her and getting better. I can imagine that must be devastating to have to go through that. But please check out Lori Stories and Crochet, our very own Lori Stories and Crochet. Excuse me. If you're interested in participating in the hands across, hands across, Okay, if you're interested in participating in the Hands Across Glamerica, check out Crocady HD. Crocady HD. Crocady HD. It's in the description box. And her name is Jackie. And we have to welcome our brother back from his vacation. Y'all, he looked so refreshed. He really did. I was so excited to see him on the live last night. And I had to lurk because y'all know I'm on a fixed income. So when everything hits, I have to make sure the rent is taken care of first. And it depends on how that happens as to whether or not I can do any other purchasing with my card. Well, it was also time for my membership to be renewed. Yes. And it would not show up. And I didn't want my name to go back to the gray color. So I just didn't say anything. I just sat there and watched and sent energy love. But yeah, that was a me thing. That was a me thing. And it wasn't me being vain. It was just simply it wasn't vanity. It was just me being, I guess, wanting to be consistent. Does that make sense? I'm sorry if it doesn't. And then, of course, my love, y'all have got to keep up with this cozy encyclopedia. I'm telling you. Yesterday's um yesterday's episode was about the treble crochet. When I tell you she breaks down the anatomy of the stitches, I am not kidding. She breaks down the anatomy of the stitches. She shows you how to execute the stitch right handed and left handed. And it's so beautifully not only executed but explained that it makes all everything that you've done thus far. It doesn't make it like you. It doesn't. I don't feel like I've done it wrong, but I feel like now I know the why, and that's how I function. As long as I know the why, everything else makes sense. Everything else will fall into place. Okay, so for the health ometer, my mood is right at a 10. I've learned some new techniques for massaging my knees, which has helped a lot. I'm still struggling when it comes to putting the weight on them, but at least when I'm sitting now, there are things that I can do to kind of keep that strength up while I'm sitting. And I'm really hoping and praying to build that mobility back, which leads us to the important news. Guys, I went to the door the other day to get my Meals on Wheels, and it didn't take me that long to recover. So yesterday, I had the occasion to go to the door because we had our in-home nurse visit, and she came in, and like I said, I made it to the door. She came in. Usually, after sitting on the bar stool for about 20 minutes, my legs were hurt because of the dangling. I'm right at that weird stage in height and everything. That's why I call myself a tweener. But when she came in, she said that she had already been alerted that I may be out of breath, to be patient with me. And she was like, "You don't seem to be out of breath." I'm like, "Nah, this is just the first trip up here today." So I'm getting better with that. I'm working on my stamina and my endurance. And that is so, so, so important to me. Um, I told my sister about it night before last. I walked into the kitchen and my daughter was dancing. And I actually, woo, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Mm. I actually danced with my daughter for 20 seconds. And if you know, you know. One of the biggest things I wanted to get back to because I love it so much is dancing. If I can get back to dancing, and those 20 seconds meant so much. It felt, stop it. It felt beautiful to see the smile on her face, to see the smile on her face and the amazement in my grandchildren's eyes. It really felt good. I wish I could have done it for longer, but I'm happy for those 20 seconds. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was not planned. That was not planned at all. Oh boy. How do you come back from that? I'm sure I have the right way. What does my sister say? Because I wasn't looking. Oh, thank you, sis. Okay. So, how do we come back from the tears? It's simple. It is now time for the joke of the day. And I guarantee you, if I cry now, it's going to be from laughing so hard. Because when I saw that, you know, we say things and we don't mean them according to their definition. Like when there was a thing, one of the slang words back in the day was sick. That's sick. You're sick. And it didn't mean that you were really sick or that something. It meant it was hype, it was dope, it was all right, or that was wild, it was out there, it was eccentric, it was unique. It meant a lot of positive things. So when I tell you that this joke is stupid, y'all, this joke is the epitome of stupid. It is it is so crazy. But I love it. I love it. When I saw it, here we go. What do you call a broken snake? The question alone yields so many possibilities. Woo, Jesus. I'm telling y'all. What do you call a broken snake? Oh my goodness. Think about it. Do, 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 do. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, so what do you call a broken snake? A reptile dysfunction. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Whoo, Jesus, that was funny to me. That was so funny to me. Yes. Oh, wow. So I gave you my news. Um, I can show you also. And I know that when you look at it, you're going to be like, wait a minute, you should have been a lot further along. Well, when you're designing, you frog a lot. But we have started changing colors. And at least our diamond is complete. The diamond is upside down. It's there. So it's the five-sided diamond. You know, you have your flat top, your two little bevels on the side, and then your sharper bevels at the bottom. Hello, Vivian. How are you? So, yes, the diamonds are complete. I'm going on to my next design element, which is mesh and V's. And I'm going to stick with that for a while. Um, this couple, the woman's favorite color is red. The husband's favorite color is blue. And what I wanted to do, it's going to be pretty big. My next color after this watermelon is going to be the mainstay pink. Okay. It's going to be the mainstay pink. And then from there, I'm going to red. And she said, that's okay. That was happy tears. Just keep working. Give her reviews for doing. Thank you. Thank you. Um, like I said, I'm going from here to which almost looks like hot pink, the mainstay pink. And then I'm going to red from there. And then we're going to transition from there, a hard transition from the red to a soft baby blue. And then we're going to go to like a heather blue, a darker blue, and then a navy blue. And what I love designing things that have stories. It's like I'm telling a story in the blanket. You know, first you have this beautiful union. This is where these two people meet, you know, and all of the phases of them learning each other. You know, you take the dating scene where they are the question phase, the question and answer phase, which is where I see all of these. So, question: what do you like to do in your spare time? What's your favorite sport? Do you read? What type of books do you like? What are your favorite types of movies? You know, that's what I see in here. And then, of course, as they grow and spend more time together, their relationship becomes layered or textured. You know, um, I'm good sitting here working on my heart fillet blanket. Oh, I want to see it. So if you get a chance, please email me. It's kittylane.createandrelate@gmail.com. Create in the email is with the C instead of a K. I had already made my email address before I switched the channel name. Um, sorry, I'm working on frogging. So a little late. It's okay. It's okay. But so we have the layers and the textures of the relationship. And then he puts a ring on it, you know, from the north, south, east, and west. He put a ring on it. From here with the V stitches, that's more like planning, preparations. You know, we're going to go through because they had a very long engagement. That section is going to be pretty long. It's going to transition throughout several color changes. I'm going to continue it in watermelon. It's going to go through the mainstay pink and into the red. When we get into the red, there's an element I want to try to add that kind of looks like little dresses. I have to figure it out because that'll be her stepping into her wedding gown. And then I want him, I haven't decided how I want him presented yet. But I was thinking about crosses because they are a praying family. So I was thinking about the fillet crosses to have those. And then as we build in the blues and they become the darker blues, it's going to be surrounded with this heavy navy or royal, whichever one I decide, blue, which shows this husband protecting everything about her, but recognizing that she, the pink, is the center of their love and that he's the protector. I told y'all there's a story that would kind of touch you too. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Yes, but that's a story in itself. So that's what it's meaning to me as I'm making it. When I present it to them, I would like to have the opportunity to sit down with both of them and explain what I've done so they'll know what the blanket meant as it was being made, and they'll know just how special, how this blanket was designed for them. So yes, that's where we are. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, so come back here, book. You will see in the outline notes where I have put our quote of the day. I didn't write it anywhere else but in the description, which means that I have to commit it to memory. Well, that shouldn't be so bad. Why shouldn't that be so bad? Because the quote was actually written by me. And it simply says, make them hear you, know you, see you. No one knows you better than you know you. I tell you guys that all the time. When it comes to anything in any walk of your life, make them hear you, know you, see you, because no one knows you better than you know you. If you have to switch people around in your life, that is your application that you present. If they can't hear you, maybe they need to go over here in this section of folks. If they can't know you based on the time that you spent telling them or pouring your heart out to them, they need to go in this other group back here. And if they can't see you enough to realize that you are a human being too, and you deserve the same love and respect that you exude, sometimes more, especially if you're in pain, because if you're in pain, you need people around you that are patient. I know. I understand this. Excuse me. So keep that in mind. Hold that dear to your heart. We move from there to the reminders. I like the fact that I wrote that in a little poem. So if you didn't see it, you have to go back and look at it. And I think the way I put it was 30 minutes of organization, daily journal, documentation. I did say journal. Yes. Please don't forget to document everything in your journal. And don't forget to spend 30 minutes a day at least organizing. You don't have to do all 30 minutes at one time. I found myself down to 13 minutes. Nope. 23 minutes. It was 37, not 47. 23 minutes to get my coffee together and to bring what I thought was going to be my breakfast into the room. and I gathered everything up. I made my full cup of coffee. While it was brewing, I went in on and got my bottles of water and my Pop Tarts, and I moseyed my way back to my room. I did. I had already pretty much adjusted the curtains, and yeah, got everything else all set up. It just so happened that 10 minutes before kickoff time, tea time, however you want to call it, start time, Meals on Wheels came, so I was able to eat my lunch. They don't give you a lot, but it's enough that for a person who doesn't eat a lot in one sitting, it's the perfect amount for me. And even sometimes with that, sometimes it may seem like it's a bit too much. And I simply cover it up and put it in the refrigerator and wait until later, heat it up and eat it later. Okay, those are reminders. Our schedule so far is set with the lives until I can tackle this uploading thing. I am not only waiting for better equipment, I'm also looking into other avenues of editing. Excuse me. I'm looking into other looking at other tools. Right now I'm with Canva, and Canva and I are not seeing eye to eye. I don't like going straight into YouTube because it doesn't afford me the opportunity to do things like add thumbnails or it just does not allow me to do. So there's that. What else? What else? What else? So our schedule is Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Fridays at 7:45, somewhere between 7:30 and 8 o'clock a.m. I also received a request for our Flex Fridays to be a little longer. And I'm tickled by that, and I appreciate that. And I'm definitely going to work on that. Um, yeah, but that's anywhere between 7:30 and 7:45 on Friday mornings. On Saturdays from 1:30 to approximately 2:30 is when we're here showcasing everything that I've done for the week. I would love to have you guys along on that journey with me, especially when I get my other equipment in so that I'll be able to help you showcase some of your works as well. You just email those in to me and we'll get those posted so that everyone will see them. Okay. And I think that was all we had before we start the trivia. If you don't remember what I had in store for the trivia, what I've got is starting this month, starting today actually. I got to share that with y'all. I'll do that after trivia if we have time. Um, there's a song, 12 Days of Christmas. And I'm very proud to be a Sagittarian. And I'm even more proud when other people recognize it and they don't dislike me because of it. We are probably the most hated sign in the zodiacs. I do not get down with horoscopes. Sometimes I will interchange the words, but they are very different. And I don't feed into the horoscopes. I very much get into the zodiacs. What's the difference, you ask? Horoscopes are a series of predictions. These are people who make a certain philosophy that they grew up with sound good, and they tell you things like, today you could encounter a boulder. Well, you have to ask yourself, are they being satirical? Are they being sarcastic? Are they being witty? What's up with the boulder? Is it gonna roll down and roll me over in the car? Is it gonna be a boulder in my way? Am I gonna meet somebody with the last name Boulder? What does this mean? There are too many open ends there. A zodiac, uh, very cut and dry. There are certain characteristics that come along with the time of year that you were born. I was born December 2nd, the time that mostly everybody says it's cold in this neck of the woods. Y'all, with 2 inches of snow on the ground at least. My mom brought me home from the hospital in a t-shirt. I'm sorry, in a t-shirt and a diaper. Yes, the cloth diapers. Vivian, I am halfway done with the first row. When I get a little further, I was saying, okay, cool. Please, please. So I know what I was saying. I just don't remember what I was saying. Y'all, I'm getting older. I know that I was talking about me being Sagittarius. What this was all coming to is that I have rewritten one of our Christmas songs, which is the 12 days of Christmas. Mine is called 12 Days of Being Sagittarius. And just to give you a little snippet of what it would sound like, it would be something like, Day one of Sagittarius, this is what it's like for me. I thrive with high energy. Day two of Sagittarius, this is what it's like for me. I'm present or I'm ghost, and I thrive with high energy. Day three of Sagittarius, this is what it's like for me. Three strikes if I like you, two I'm present or ghost, and I thrive with high energy. That's as far as I'm going to go with you all because I get into the real me that a lot of you don't know from there. And I use those words that will chase a lot of people away because that's what we do as Sagittarius. I have learned to present myself with tact, which is one of the reasons that I love this platform so much. It holds me to a certain standard. Whereas I would, say to someone who cut me off because I know they saw me driving up with this scooter. I know that, let me talk about this for a second, guys, because I really need to understand. Oh. How many of you treat a grocery store like driven roads? Okay. And thank you, Vivian. Um, what I mean by that is that the general setup of a store, when you walk in, you have your entry point or your entryway. Anything feeding into that entryway is like cars getting onto an interstate. This is your make or break point. This is your fastest route to anything. You learn which exits you need to take from this freeway. You can either keep it around as it rolls into town all the way around, or you only shop the outer edges of the store. Or you can go down one of the secondary roads, which is like your boulevards, your inner city highways, which are usually located at the front or back of the store, and they run perpendicular to the aisles. With that in mind, let's talk about Walmart. Walmart's perpendicular aisles, or what Walmart calls action aisles, or their secondary roads. And they actually center in or pull in the store. When you're going up and down these grocery aisles, that's like riding down your street to the main road. Or to make it even simpler for you, coming out of your driveway into traffic, do you just shoot out there? Or do you not see and respect the traffic that is already right there on that road? I need to know. I mean, because from my level of understanding as a driver and as navigating through stores and things, when you come out into that main passageway, you stop and make sure nothing else is coming. I call that common courtesy. There's not a day that goes by that I don't go over there and almost get run over by a basket or a person, and they look at me like I'm in the wrong. But if we were flipped and I came flying out of that aisle like that, watch where you're going. Didn't you see somebody? I am on the main thoroughway. It wasn't the main thoroughway when you were coming out the coffee aisle, like you had just sniffed too much coffee. Okay, let's stop. We don't have time for that. I just looked at my wrist. I got time today. Yeah. All right. So we are with general geographic trivia. And what happens is, for participating alone, your name goes into a drawing that will happen the last day of the month or the first Tuesday of next month. That's what I think I'm going to lean more towards, the first Tuesday of the following month. Every time you participate, or every session that you participate, your name goes in. For every hello, Michelle, mwah, mwah, I love you. What? And I do understand. Um, for every 10 points, and we are, this is accumulative points that you're going to accrue over the entire month. For every 10 points, you get another entry. So if you only get 5 points today, and then next week you get 20 points, then that's a total of 25. That's 2 entries. That's still even better. Somebody's going to be like, well, what happens to the other 5 entries? You still have 2 more times to participate. They get added to that. So this carries over. It's for every 10 of your total. If you do have an overage, if it's 4 or below, then they're just gone. If it's 5 or over, I am rounding up to the next number. So if you have 47 points, then you're going to get 5 entries, because 7 is closer to that 7, and that 47 is closer to 50 than it is to 40. But however, if you have 43, then you're going to get 4 extra entries. So with that being said, and with the time that we have, I am only going to do 10. Yeah, I'm only going to do 10 questions today. And our first trivia question is, which country has the largest population in the world? Which country has the largest population in the world? Which country has the largest population in the world? It's not the USA. It feels like it. God knows it. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of them. Okay, the country that has the largest population is China. And guys, even if you don't feel like you're right to participate, please, 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 just send me an answer. That's just participation. And this way we're all learning. I have learned a lot looking these up. Trust me, I have learned a lot. And some of them have sent me down some pretty interesting rabbit holes. The reason I say that is because I was watching a documentary on YouTube that said that India was the highest populated country. So I had to go back and look at that thing, and I'm like, based on the most current census, yes, China is the largest population, has the largest population as of right now. Okay, number two, what is the capital of Mexico? What is the capital of Mexico? Puerto Rico. Not Puerto Rico. Okay, the capital of Mexico is Mexico City. Mexico City. Okay. Now, this one I did not know, and I am going to go deep diving for this one. What U.S. state is home to no documented venomous snake? In other words, what U.S. state has no known venomous snakes? What U.S. state is home to no documented venomous snakes? Think about it. Think about temperatures. Okay, that U.S. state is Alaska. Snakes can't survive in the cold. So, yeah, that is Alaska. The Great Pyramids of Giza, I'm sorry, the Great Pyramids of Giza are located in what country? Yes, Alaska. The Great Pyramids of Giza are located in what country? And when I say yes, Alaska, that was to the last question. Care to give it a go? The Great Pyramids of Giza, and the most popular ones, are located in what country? The answer is Egypt. The Great Pyramids of Giza are located in Egypt. Okay. What is the capital of Thailand? What is the capital of Thailand? We're halfway through at this point. What is the capital of Thailand? Okay, the capital of Thailand is Bangkok. Bangkok. What country has the most natural lakes? What country has the most natural lakes? And it's not USA. And I can't give you a clue because it'll give it away. Okay, the country that has the most natural lakes is Canada. We only have four more to go, guys. What planet is closest to Earth? What planet is closest to Earth? What planet is closest to Earth? It's not Mars. There's another one that's closer, and that just happens to be Venus, the goddess of love. So Venus is closest to Earth. Okay, what is the name of the river that flows through the Brazilian rainforest? The name of the river that flows through the Brazilian rainforest. And we mentioned that whole ecosystem thing a few weeks ago. And the river is actually the name of the place. It's the Amazon River, the Amazon. Okay. What is the capital of England? I think of all of these. That was the third one that I knew. There were three of these. Nope, there were four of these that I knew when I was reading them. And what I do, I read and write down the question. And then I get after every 10, they give you the answer. And then I'll go back and compare my answers. So four of these I knew right off the bat. To read do the question, it's what is the capital of England? But I did know that Mexico City was the um, capital of Mexico. I knew that there were no venomous snakes recorded or documented in Alaska because it's very cold and they don't survive when it's too cold. Um, the question of, okay, we knew about the snakes. Okay, the Great Pyramids. I knew where the Great Pyramids were, and I knew this one like straight off as soon as I saw it. So, oh, once again, what is the capital of England? That capital is London, London, England. When it comes to those places, I get the countries and the provinces and the states and the territories. I get all of those confused. I do. Just for the longest time. I thought it was, and the reason I learned it is because I thought it was England, London, not London, England. Okay, last one, guys. Last one. What is the world's largest desert? Any movie that has anything to do with the desert, they talk about this desert. Okay. What is the world's largest desert? The world's largest desert is the Sahara Desert. The Sahara Desert. And for years, I called it the Sahari Desert. Yes, sis, it is the Sahara. I got that too. So that is our 10 for today. Hopefully, if I don't talk too much and get too much off subject, we'll have more next Thursday. But in the meantime, look for me in the morning, sometime between 7:30 and 7:45, while we get that Flex Friday going. Yeah, I'll be so happy when I can get back to the. In the meantime, in between time, please don't forget to love yourselves because self love is the greatest love of all. And you can't love others the way they deserve to be loved unless you first love yourself the way you deserve to be loved. And you deserve the best. Please remember that Kittee Lane told you. Thank you so much, Vivian. I'm going to go to that right away. But please remember that Kittee Lane told you and Kittee Lane loves you. Before I leave, Vivian, I would like to ask you permission if I can post those on the on the community post page, because I'm pretty sure I would love to share them, but I want your permission first. And I'm just waiting to hear back from Vivian. As soon as I hear back from her, I'll let you know. And guys, please, if you have things that you want to share with the group, that's the way to do it for me. I haven't learned how to do it here yet. So for right now, to post them on my community post, just go to my page and look up community and go there, drop your pictures. I'm still working with the Facebook page because apparently I have two create and relate pages. So I want to get all of that together. Thank you. But I want to get all of that together so that I only have one. And then we'll also have a community there. Every now and then I'm popping things on Instagram. I am Kittee Lane on all of those platforms. You'll see something that resembles me in the thumbnail, whether it be a bee, a turtle, me reading a book, or whatever. But you will see something that looks like me or something that you know about me. And please go check those out, and don't forget to please drop your pictures there. Any questions that you have, I'm an open book, guys. I don't mind answering any questions. Any advice that you have, please reach out. And if it's personal advice, don't hesitate to email me. Please don't hesitate to email me. I promise you, as much as I love fur babies, there is not a fur baby. The only fur baby out there that I identify with is the cougar. That's why I call myself Mama Cougar. Hmm. And that's because I love cats. But I love dogs too, but I'm highly allergic. So I'm not allergic to me. And I'm not allergic to any of you. Know that I love you, please. Until we see each other again on these YouTube streets. Peace out, everybody. Had fun. Love you guys.